The Minnesota Vikings offseason program has begun. The players as a group get to meet their new coaching staff because up to this point, you see the press conferences and you begin to formulate in your mind, okay, this is maybe what I can expect from Kevin O'Connell and company. Today's the start of actual interactions. It's a great thing. Irv Smith Jr., he's in attendance. Last offseason, reportedly, he was shaping himself up to be a big-time playmaker in training camp. Hell, we as fans, we saw it during preseason. He got hurt out for the year, had to get surgery to repair his meniscus. In fact, he got hurt in that preseason finale game against the Chiefs, and it was damn near a similar situation compared to Sam Bradford week 1, 2017 against New Orleans. After both of those games, I said, hell yeah, these dudes, they're about to go all the way off this year, take the league by storm. They got hurt during those games, but it was such a shock factor because there wasn't any sort of indication during the games that they had gotten hurt. We found out after the fact. What do you mean they got hurt? They're going to miss time? I just saw them play. They looked fine. Wow. It was so weird. The Vikings fan base had the rug pulled from up under them in both situations. Now, that NFC Championship game in 2017, after being down already by like 3 scores, I said, all right, man, it's time to play Sam Bradford. You activated him from IR. He was there, ready to go, but whatever. Irv Smith Jr., fourth-year man out of Alabama, looks to finally have that breakout year that unfortunately was put on hold last season. And I hate that we have to use this qualifier with so many players on the team already, but if he can stay healthy and under Kevin O'Connell's offense, he is going to be a problem. First off, yes, he's a tight end, but his usage should be that of a wide receiver 2 or 3. He's way too explosive to be covered by linebackers, too big to be consistently covered by corners, and eventually that's going to have to force the hands of safeties to go from, okay, we're going to drop back in zone coverage to play center field to now play primary coverage on 84. And if that is the case, you're going to have single coverage on either Justin Jefferson or Adam Thielen. One of the two, they're going to eat. Or, conversely, they're going to say, Irv Smith Jr., we've been hearing breakout season for the last 1 or 2 years. We are not worried about this guy at all. Okay, after he beats your linebacker by 4 steps to get 17 yards after the catch, or after he drags your nickel corner an extra 5 yards because he can't bring him down by himself, maybe that will change the defense's tune. Also returning after missing all of last season, Jaylen Twyman. Reportedly, he's recovered from his injuries after suffering 4 gunshot wounds last summer. That was in his hometown of Washington, D.C., which by itself, getting shot 4 times by itself, that's already a tough thing to have to be forced to deal with. But for that to happen where you're from, he was so focused on football. Jaylen Twyman, he said this in an interview with the Washington Post in 2016. He was so focused on football as a means to be successful enough to get his family out of poverty and out of the violent surroundings. Growing up in Prince George's County, being in that area up until I went away to college, the DMV can be rough. I've seen and experienced some wild shit that kids that grow up there, much like Jaylen Twyman, some of them are saying to themselves, all right, yo, I got to get the hell up out of here. You walk outside with some fresh Timbs or a North Face jacket on, there's a chance that you may unfortunately attract some unwanted attention. My black ass, I go outside, I wear some bootleg Timbs called Rugged Mountaineers. Nobody mess with me then. I saved my Timbs for when I went out of town. That's just what it was. But Jaylen Twyman, I'm happy for him. I don't know how many mock drafts I did last year, but I'm pretty sure I took Twyman in every single one of them. His pro day at Pitt, this dude did 40 bench reps, strong as hell. And although he was drafted in the 6th round, pick 199, had he not opted out of the 2020 season, he would have been no worse than, in my humble opinion, a 3rd round pick. Because you got to remember, in 2019, Jaylen Twyman, with 10.5 sacks, 12 TFLs, was 1st team All-ACC, 2nd team All-American. He gets a chance now to make his mark on this team. Also, Irv Smith Jr., he's returning. A lot to be excited about if you're a Minnesota Vikings fan.